Have you ever pondered the transformation of Japan from a feudal society to a modern powerhouse? Our journey begins with the intriguing history of Japan, a land where tradition and modernity coexist. This harmony is the result of a historical transformation that is as unique as it is fascinating. Today, we're going to delve into the era of feudal Japan, a period marked by the rule of the samurai, the power of the shogun, and Japan's isolation from the rest of the world. Picture a time when Japan was not the technological titan we know today, but a land divided into territories ruled by feudal lords or daimyos. These daimyos held the power and commanded a class of noble warriors, the samurai, who lived by a strict code of honor and duty. The samurai were the backbone of Japan's military might, their lives governed by the principles of Bushido, or the way of the warrior. But the real power, the puppet master pulling the strings, was the shogun. The shogun was the military dictator of Japan, appointed by the emperor but wielding the real political power. The shogunate system, as it was known, was a complex web of power and politics that kept Japan in a state of self-imposed isolation from the rest of the world. This isolation, however, was not merely geographical. It was a cultural seclusion, a self-contained world where Japan developed its unique identity, free from foreign influence. It was an era of rigid social hierarchy, where each class had its place and role. But it was also a time of cultural blossoming, as Japan honed its artistic and philosophical traditions. The echoes of this era resonate in modern Japan, in its arts, its philosophy, and its unique approach to life and work. The feudal era was not just a period in Japan's history, it was the crucible in which the foundations of modern Japan were forged. The feudal era set the stage for Japan's transformation, a period marked by isolation, power struggles, and a rigid social hierarchy. The journey from then to now is a tale of resilience, adaptation, and the indomitable spirit of a nation etched in history. A tale that we will continue to unfold as we journey from feudalism to modernization. As the feudal era drew to a close, Japan stood on the brink of a new age. Here begins the tale of Japan's metamorphosis, marked by the Meiji Restoration in the mid-19th century. This was a transformative period, a revolution of sorts, that brought an end to the samurai-dominated feudal society that had been ingrained in Japan for centuries. The samurai class, with their distinctive armor and warrior code, was a symbol of Japan's past. But the winds of change were blowing, and they were blowing hard. With the Meiji Restoration, power was wrested from the shogunate and returned to the emperor, signifying the beginning of Japan's journey towards modernization. The country was no longer a patchwork of feudal domains but a unified nation-state under a centralized government. This shift was monumental, representing a departure from the old ways and setting the stage for the creation of a new Japan. The Meiji leaders were progressive, driven by a vision of a strong and modern Japan. They initiated sweeping reforms across all sectors of society. The education system was overhauled, modeled after Western nations to foster a literate and informed citizenry. The economy was diversified and industrialization was promoted, leading to the rise of factories and the decline of traditional artisanal crafts. The military was restructured, and compulsory military service was introduced. And perhaps most notably, the samurai class was abolished, their privileges stripped away, their swords relinquished. This period of rapid modernization was not without its challenges. There were those who resisted the changes, clinging to the old ways. But the tides of change were too strong to stem. The Meiji era was a time of upheaval, of transformation, but it was also a time of progress. It was a time when Japan, once isolated and feudal, started to embrace the wider world and its ideas. The Meiji Restoration marked a turning point in Japan's history, propelling the nation into an era of rapid growth and modernization. It was the dawn of a new age, an age that would see Japan emerge as a major global power. From an isolated island nation, Japan emerged as a global powerhouse in the early 20th century. This transformation did not occur overnight, but was a product of strategic expansion and militarization that saw Japan assert its presence on the world stage. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Japan sought to expand its territories and influence. The nation's leadership, inspired by Western imperial powers, embarked on a series of military campaigns, annexing territories such as Taiwan, Korea, and parts of Manchuria. This expansion was not without conflict, but it marked Japan's transition from a secluded island nation to an empire. During World War I, Japan was a member of the victorious Allied powers. It seized German territories in the Pacific and China, further solidifying its role as a world power. However, the Treaty of Versailles, which concluded the war, did not satisfy Japan's territorial ambitions, leading to discontent and a more aggressive foreign policy. In the following decades, Japan's militarization accelerated. The nation embarked on aggressive expansion in Asia, leading to the invasion of China and the start of the Second Sino-Japanese War. This marked the beginning of World War II in Asia, a conflict that would bring unprecedented destruction to Japan. Japan's role in the Second World War is well documented, a period characterized by military aggression, human rights abuses, and ultimately, devastating defeat. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945 marked the end of the war and left Japan in ruins, with millions of lives lost and cities reduced to rubble. Yet, amid the ashes and devastation, Japan's spirit remained unbroken. This resilience would become the foundation of its post-war recovery and the starting point of its rise as an economic powerhouse. The devastation of World War II left a deep scar on Japan, yet it did not halt the nation's progress. In the aftermath of World War II, Japan embarked on a journey of incredible recovery. The land of the rising sun, once ravaged by war, began a process of renewal and rebirth that would astound the world. This period, often referred to as the post-war miracle, is a testament to the resilience and determination of the Japanese people. The devastation of the war had left Japan's economy in ruins. But, rather than succumbing to despair, the country used this as an opportunity to rebuild and transform. This period of recovery was marked by an explosion of economic growth that saw Japan rise from the ashes to become the second-largest economy in the world. One of the key factors contributing to this rapid economic growth was the adoption and development of technology. Japan quickly became a global leader in industries such as electronics, automobiles, and machinery. This shift towards technology-driven industries was facilitated by a strong emphasis on education and a government that was committed to fostering innovation. But technology alone was not responsible for Japan's post-war miracle. Integral to this transformation was the work ethic of the Japanese people. Their dedication, resilience, and commitment to continuous improvement, a concept known in Japan as kaizen, played a crucial role in the country's recovery. The Japanese people embraced hard work and innovation, striving to not just rebuild, but to build better. The government, too, played a significant role in this economic miracle. It implemented policies that promoted industrial growth and invested heavily in infrastructure and education. Japan's economic strategy was a blend of free market principles and strategic government intervention, a combination that proved highly effective. This period of rapid economic growth was not without its challenges. Japan faced issues such as pollution and social inequalities, but it managed to navigate these hurdles and continued on its path of economic development. The post-war period marked an era of unprecedented growth for Japan, transforming it into one of the world's leading economies. The story of Japan's post-war miracle is a testament to the power of resilience, innovation, and a dedicated workforce, proving that even in the face of adversity, a nation can rise to astonishing heights. Today, Japan stands as a testament to the resilience and adaptability of a nation. Let's take a moment to appreciate the present-day Japan. A global powerhouse in technology and innovation, Japan's contribution to the world is immeasurable. From robotics to automobiles, from anime to video games, Japan's imprint is everywhere. But what truly sets this nation apart is its unique blend of old and new, where centuries-old traditions coexist seamlessly with cutting-edge advancements. In the heart of Tokyo, you'll find ancient Shinto shrines nestled amidst towering skyscrapers. The same city that houses state-of-the-art technology also accommodates the centuries-old imperial palace. This juxtaposition of tradition and modernity is more than just aesthetic. It's a reflection of the Japanese ethos, a culture that values its past as much as its future. This duality is evident in the daily life of the Japanese people. In the morning, they may practice Zen meditation, a practice dating back to the 7th century, and later in the day, they might be developing the next generation of robotics. They may participate in a traditional tea ceremony, an art form that requires years of study and practice to perfect, and then catch the bullet train to a meeting in a high-tech office building. Japan's education system too reflects this blend. Students learn about samurai and shogunates in history class, while also being taught advanced programming and artificial intelligence. The same reverence for ancient wisdom also fuels the drive for technological advancement. Japan's unique blend of tradition and modernity is not merely a result of chance. It's the product of a conscious effort to preserve cultural heritage while also embracing the future. This balance is perhaps the secret to Japan's resilience and adaptability. Japan's journey from feudalism to modernity is a testament to the nation's resilience and adaptability. If you enjoyed this journey through Japan's fascinating history, remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful videos.